Hey everyone, it's me, Doomlink, and welcome back to Doomlink's Live Hunts. We are here in 3 Ultimate once again, and looks like we've got 3 Rathalos to start with. I decided to actually wait until I got into a room before recording. I was a little bit afraid of the idea, or the prospect of me coming into the online servers and not actually having a room to join, despite being live, so yeah, I waited this time around. Usually it doesn't end up being an issue, but you never know. You know what, I will keep with this particular set. I'd like an opportunity to use the Port's Mark, and this is one of those quests where it's perfectly appropriate to use it. It is an Awakened Dragon Hammer. Alrighty. I'm assuming everything is fine. Oh, I'm on the wrong side of the screen, I think, yeah. I was recording Dark Souls last time, so that's why I'm on the right side. For Monster Hunter, I'm on this side. It's probably a little bit strange to see it flip and then have me on the other side, but that is the way things are. If I'm on the left, it means that I'm flipped. In other words, there's almost a mirror view of me. And if I'm on the right, then it is not that way. Excuse me. I don't know if it's worth waiting for a 4th person. I don't know why I'm going for Groomer and Lander, but wait, does Groomer relate to KO damage? I almost think it does. No. There is one that I think relates to KO damage, I can't remember what it is. Oh, I'm glad I checked my inventory. I do that out of habit for sure, but if I hadn't checked my inventory, that probably would have been somewhat catastrophic. Let's sell this stuff. Seems that Credits is quite eager to depart. Alright, fine. We are playing a game where people do join while the quest is in progress. And quite frankly, well, I ended up saying it correctly, but I sort of stumbled through that enunciation. Basically, this guy's using the Kelby Deershot, so if we can avoid a full party with someone using the Kelby Deershot, that would be preferable. Hello, Hossein. What is that? It's like a little branch in the wire. Excuse me. No, just part of the vines. Which is funny, I don't think I ever noticed that until today. You would have thought that with in excess of 2,300 hours in Monster Hunter Tri, plus 1,000 hours in this game, I would have actually noticed that. Credits is very helpfully pinging for the monster, which I'm appreciative of. My speakers are too loud again. I'm really getting sick of that. I can't believe it. I thought they were too quiet, and then you get into the hunt and it's too fucking loud. Honestly. I've been playing a whole lot of 2nd gen lately, so I might be slightly out of practice here. Not out of practice, but uncomfortable, I guess you'd say. I can live with this. The game looks so fucking good. When you're used to 2nd gen graphics, god does this look good. Especially on the big screen like this. I am a fan, let me tell you. But yeah, the Port's Mark, and I've talked about it before, is a weapon that underwent some changes as it went through the generations of Monster Hunter. So it first appeared in this game. You can tell it's something that relates to Port Tanzia. It really looks like a Port Tanzia hammer designed to hit the gong, because it's got that sort of port look to it. A maritime look to it, I guess is what I would mean to say. But it did return in 4 Ultimate, but the element changed, and the stats changed slightly as well. I think the stats were actually made better, but with a different element. I don't think it was water, even. It might have been water. It would make sense for it to be water. One of the things that I like about the Port's Mark is that it almost doesn't make sense for it to be a dragon hammer, but it is, and there's something appealing about that. But they changed the element in 4 Ultimate. I believe I'm correct in saying that they improved the stats. Very frustratingly, I set up this recording for specific lighting conditions, and as is always the case, it is invariably so, that after I set up a recording in a specific way, the lighting conditions change dramatically after I go live. So I'm going to try and make a change as quickly as possible while the next monster spawns. Okay. I'm kind of surprised that I managed to get that to work so quickly. It's probably not perfect yet. There's probably a few things that I need to adjust, but that is an improvement upon what it was. I can say that with certainty. I hate it when my hair parts like that. Stop that. I mean, provided I don't look to the side, I suppose you wouldn't notice it, but... It is Water Awaken? Okay. But yeah, that would make sense, wouldn't it? I suppose Capcom looked at the weapon when they were bringing it back in 4 Ultimate and they were like, why is this dragon? Whose fucking idea was that? And so, they changed it. Which is one of the... It's a rare situation where they actually change a weapon's element like that. It's not often done. I'm probably about to sneeze again. Fucking Christ. Just trying to play the damn game. It is made much harder when you have to deal with these sort of uncontrollable urges. So I think... Oh, Mimics is... or Mimiz, I don't know how to pronounce their name, is using poison coatings with a Kelby Deer Shot. Do you know how to use the Kelby Deer Shot? Anyway, we've just got another player named Aroni. Aroni. So it's Aaron with the double A for Aaron, but there's an I at the end, so Aroni. It's really weird, I've never seen a name like that. Could be the feminine version of Aaron, and I just have happened to not have heard of it until now, but yeah. Okay. Lighting conditions. Are they fine? Probably. What the fuck? Okay. Yeah, that'll pass. That'll pass. You know what won't pass? My hair parting in that way. I'm not impressed with it. Eternal Darkness. Oh, yeah, you're absolutely right. You're referring to the Darkness Lands from First Gem. Yeah, it went from paralysis to sleep. I don't know what they were thinking when they did that. What a terrible thing to do. Ruining the legacy of a much appreciated and celebrated weapon. Maybe they thought it was too strong. In my opinion, there are ways to, I guess, balance the weapon if you feel that it's too strong. You don't have to entirely remove its status and replace it for a new one, like sleep. Sleep is interesting. I think sleep is worth something. Hello? Mimics, for Christ's sake. Yeah, I understand, he's probably distracted by something, but yeah, sleep is probably worthwhile as a Blade Master thing, but I just don't bother using Blade Master sleep at all. It would be great in conjunction with certain weapon types. The funny thing is, you wouldn't say that it would work in conjunction with a greatsword, because you're not applying status all that often with a greatsword, so you'd get the sleep only occasionally. But what I mean to say is that obviously that's great for doing wake-up hits. Probably going to get affected by the wind press, yeah. I had a feeling. Go for that KO. If we can. Fortunately, I was not the target of that. I'm very glad to see that. Oh, never mind. I was hoping he might turn to face me there. I think I didn't realise that credits was being pinned. Okay. God damn it. And that is a dead Rathalos. So you're going to see me accidentally bringing up the menu at the end of every frickin' quest, because I'm used to pressing select to skip the death scenes, but that's not happening at the moment. I need to press plus. Oh dear. My hair is being so unruly right now. Look at this! See this fucking shit right here? I'm sick of it. This is like I've got a separate part of my hair. Just stop it. What the fuck? It's starting to bother me. I'll be back in just a moment. I need to take care of something. I'm back. Now the cicadas outside are starting to go, so my hope is that it's not in any way audible. It just creates a rather awkward background noise, akin to that of white noise, honestly. Oh, that was a gold crown small Rathalos, so at least one of them was. It didn't seem to be all that small. But the monster report doesn't lie. If it did, that would be quite helpful to hunters looking for gold crowns, though. I feel like I'm missing something on the first page. Not really. Suppose I could have more stuff here, so I'll go and purchase everything so that it's all red in the inventory. That's the way I like to do it. I more or less needed to get whetstones as well, so that worked out. Can I get your guild card, smiley face? Says Aroni. Look man, I can send you mine, but I'm not having yours. I have no qualms about giving you mine. Okay, so apparently Mimics, Mimirs, whatever. Mimics, I guess, would be the name. Was unable to receive my card. That usually is the result of the person being in the middle of something, like, I don't know, loading to the next area or something like that, and therefore was unable to receive it. I don't know what our next hunt is. Looks like Credits does not intend to post. I don't even know who posted that quest previously. I think it was Mimics. But when the host of the room stands by the quest board like that, it basically means that It's an open invitation for anyone to post. I think this is going to be a pretty laid-back room. I can sense it. Are we doing quests in turns? Asks Aroni. I've got no idea. You know what's bothering me about this guy's name? It's most of the word macaroni. It's missing the first part. Macaroni. I'll just call him Macaroni. That will satisfy me appropriately. Now, if his name happens to be Aroni, then that's not my fault. I'm going to call him Macaroni, and he's going to have to live with it. Hold on, what is everyone using? We've got Greatsword, oh, I'm the hammer guy. Yeah, let's go Longsword. Can't remember the last time I used a Longsword on Kurapeko. Yeah, this is my most appropriate set for this. Ice, Glacial Diva. Ice being the appropriate element for Kurapeko, both for the regular Kurapeko and the Crimson version. This isn't going to be much of a hunt, though. Credits, to his credit, is changing weapons appropriately. You get a lot of people who are below Hunter Rank 100 who just have like maybe 2 weapons. I don't understand how that could be the case, but they seem to have this idea where they're just going to play the game with almost no weapons, even though there's nothing more to really do in the game. You know, they've HR broke and they've killed the final boss. That being Dia Morales, and they just continue on, aimlessly. Hello, A-Gaming. Oh no, you're not A-Gaming. T800 is... who is that again? Milkshake? Yeah, you're Milkshake. That little frost icon, that snowflake, is something that I associate with A-Gaming. So you've changed your name color to red, and you've also got that snowflake, which is exactly what A-Gaming usually has. But anyway, that's alright, I'm used to being confused by my chat. I don't know why Credits felt it necessary to ping for this, but he's being extraordinarily helpful, so I probably shouldn't do the prolonged longsword combo. It's actually better not to do that, to be completely honest. You're incentivized to get your charge level up as quickly as possible. Again, my speakers are too damn loud, I forgot to lower them. But I don't know if that's in any way detrimental to the recording. See, Pekka can't do anything. This is what I mean when I say that it's not going to be much of a hunt. On top of that, if we fought a single Kurapeko at full health, the thing would be dead pretty damn quickly. This one has reduced health. So, yeah. If you chose this quest with the intention of actually having a legitimate hunt, then you probably chose poorly. No. Thanks for the color change, I guess. You were seemingly not so attached to red after all. My hair is just... I'm having a bad hair day. It's funny because I watch my microphone. Right, whoops. watch my microphone's input. And it's just... It's receiving all these sounds that I can't even hear. Like, they're not audible to me. It's a bit extreme. Mid-air bomb detonation, flinching into a trap. I mean, it's a Kurapeko, guys. Take it easy. I guess they're trying to get it killed as quickly as possible, but... I suppose there can be some enjoyment in that. Thank you, Aroni, for not doing your upswing. I'm glad you're one of those people who realizes that that's not an essential method of using the, or an essential part of a switch axe combo. Goodbye. There are plenty of people who play Monster Hunter, supposedly, you know, they call themselves Monster Hunter players, who've never seen a Kurapeko before. Or, well, more like I've never hunted one before, I should say. Most of them have probably seen one, but have never hunted one. This would not be a good way to demonstrate the fight, or to showcase it. So, yeah. There you go. Apparently I'm contributing to the overkill that I previously chided them for. Well, I guess I didn't chide them for it, but I did remark upon its unnecessary implementation. See, if the light's gonna be this fucking inconsistent, what would you have me do? Really? It's now very dark. It's like I'm in a cave or something. I can assure you that I'm not. A flash bomb, huh? Okay. This would be very good for Greatsword. I don't know why Credits is not charging his Greatsword. I don't know if he's a bit simple in the head, but this is one of those situations I was literally about to say that using Greatsword in this situation would be really good because the monster is constantly being flinched in plays. So you'd be able to get full charges off. Meanwhile, Credits, instead of doing that, instead of actually identifying the opportunity that he has, he's just doing combo Greatsword. So, I don't really know what that's about. Doomlink, yes. Like, what the fuck am I supposed to do? Come on! It's so unfair. It goes from being overcast to a super bright, sunny summer's day, and then back to overcast again, and I'm supposed to have to fucking deal with that. It's not fair. Let's hope I don't have to keep making adjustments. Fucking hair! Christ. It's one of those days. Got a good number of rewards. Actually, I'm surprised at how many Time Worn charms I've picked up. This is almost a good way to grind charms, honestly. And they don't drop in a stack, but still. Pretty good. I've definitely had worse quests for this sort of thing. Alright. Apparently there was a gold crown small mixed in there, at least I believe that was a small crown. Sounds good, milkshake. You enjoy that. What? Here we go. Apparently Un Momento has been translated as Spell a Moment by Credits. I don't know if Google Translate's actually that bad. I don't think it is. I think this is this guy's translation. Or some dodgy guy he met down the road and was like, hey, what does this mean in English? How do I translate that? And he just said that. Some random guy. Dodgy translation. Spell a moment. Because I think a spell can refer to something that is momentary in nature. But that's like redundant. Spell a moment? And you wouldn't use spell in that way anyway. In that sort of, I don't know, it's such a dysfunctional translation, it's shocking. I think spell refers to a period of time. I don't know if it actually refers to a short period of time. I suppose it does. But I mean, that is usually the implication. But he's literally just used the word spell to mean that and then proceeded to say moment, so yeah, pretty stupid. Aroni has decided to post double Jade Baroth. What would be fun for me to use? Hunting Horn? What are they using? Aroni, I think, is using Brachydios, so that wouldn't work. Credits, I don't know. So, again, Fire Hunting Horn, not gonna work. Every time I want to use Hunting Horn, it ends up being a monster that's weak to fire, and then I think about it and I realize, well, my Fire Hunting Horn has element attack up. What's the team using? Oh, status. It's like that every time. Without fail. How about I go Greatsword? Presumably Rocksteady will be sufficient. Actually, I'll use the Anima Reaper, how about that? I can't possibly resist the temptation. Snow Stampede. I can assume, hopefully... Yes, okay. It is Hunter Rank 6, I was just making sure it wasn't HR 4 or something. I would have been very unimpressed, because there's nothing in this room information that says that it's G rank only. What does this room information say? A. Yeah. Just A. Fair enough. I don't know what that random slog bone was doing in there. It seemed to have replaced something in my inventory, but I don't know what I consumed in order for it to get there. What do you mean? There are big rumors going on about PS5 backwards compatibility with all their older games. So what, they're going to come out with a new one that's just going to completely trivialize the first one. Make it redundant. There's a word that I'm looking for. Anyway. Oh, it's something they can do in software? Yeah, that would make sense. I suppose they can do that. An update that would make the PS5 backwards compatible with all games preceding it. I wonder if they can do it with PS1. Because PS1 games are a bit different, you know, they've got those black discs. I don't think it would be backwards compatible with PS1, that would be pretty impressive. But I guess if PS2 was backwards compatible with it, then why not PS5? That'd be pretty cool, though. What's going on? Credits is busy doing something. Here I was wanting to Oh, here we go. My hair is absolutely just not okay right now. My hair needs to be addressed. Seriously and forcefully. I was going to comment on the fact that the lighting had changed drastically again. But it was, whatever. Monster 1 on PS5. Well, I don't know. If the PS5 were actually truly backwards compatible with everything, I suppose I'd buy one, wouldn't I? That would make sense. There'd be no reason to continue using the PS3. I like my PS3, I've got nothing against it, but there just would be no reason. No reason whatsoever to use the PS3 anymore. And obviously if I get the PS5 I'd be able to play Demon's Souls, so... The funny thing is, the PS5 would surely surge in value with that update. As a consequence of its popularity increasing, I would imagine that to be the case. Because there's definitely a shortage of PS5s. If demand already exceeds supply, imagine when they drop that update. Now, I'm not going to purchase a PS5 on the basis of rumour, but definitely I will get one in the future if that update drops. And yeah, it's worth mentioning that I wasn't sure if I would ever get it, because I wasn't sure if Demon's Souls Remastered was going to come to PC or not in the future. But in the event that the PS5 becomes entirely backwards compatible, I'd just get the thing. Although I'd probably still use my PS2 to play PS2 and PS1 games. Feels better. You know, I'll do my recordings and then you get the PS2 startup screen and the sound and all that. Makes the recordings better, doesn't it? What the fuck are you doing, mate? He might have had an explosive incident in the toilet, I don't know. We could have finished the quest by now. Let's go, Aaron. I'll either call you Aaron or Macaroni. It's your choice. Don't know what Credits is doing. He's wasting our time, that's what he's doing. Very effectively. Maybe I should just stop turning to the side. That might be a good thing. Well, the thing is, you'd probably almost never have a sufficiently comprehensive PS2 library if you had to have a library instead of just being backwards compatible with PS2 games, because there are so many PS2 games, it's just unfathomable. What are you doing? Okay, I thought he might have been leaving the area, I wouldn't have been impressed. Come on, Mimics, this one, please. We're both here, don't go soloing yours. Well, if you want to solo yours, you can, I suppose. He's perfectly within his rights to do that. Oh my god. How does it, like, I don't even move my hair and it parts in that way. Ugh. I need to aggressively brush it or something. I remember doing that one time. I had this... I got out my hairbrush on camera and just started aggressively brushing my hair because I was so infuriated by my hair that day. Anyway. Probably a similar scenario to this one, quite frankly. Shave it! Yeah. This annoying part in my hair will be dealt with immediately. With a razor. set to buzz cut. You don't get a man bun, but I'm not gonna. I put my hair in a ponytail, that's what I do. Fucking man bun. I don't have time for man buns. I'd sooner wear my hair in pigtails than as a man bun. And I would not so willingly wear my hair in pigtails either. I'll tell you one thing I've never done with my hair. I've never worn it in a plait. Never done that. I don't think I want to either. Well. Yeah, it is asleep. I was thinking it's way too early for it to be fucking... Oh, hold on. I don't have bombs. How do I not have bombs? That's ridiculous. I was going to say it's way too early for this thing to be dead, so, yeah. Ended up being asleep. Dreadlocks. I'm not a fan of dreadlocks at all. Look, if other people want to wear their hair in dreadlocks, so be it, but keep that shit away from me. No, thank you. Not my thing. Ugh. I don't know if Credit has come back. He hasn't said anything in the chat. He said spell a moment, that's what he said. Un momento. Now, when momento means, like, 15 minutes, it's a bit hard to just tolerate that and continue waiting. I think he was gone for maybe 10 before we departed. It would have definitely been 15 by now. But yeah. If he hasn't moved at all when we get back... He is the host, actually, so we wouldn't be able to kick him, but yeah. Greatsword on Baroth is a way to enjoy Baroth, I have to say. It's just a bit different to what I normally do. I think provided you're not bouncing off the head too much, it's good fun. Whereas in the case of Uragan, no way would I be using a greatsword on Uragan, because it feels like the chin is always being put in front of you when you're using a greatsword, and then obviously your charge amounts to just a pathetic bounce off the head. And it feels as if you're doing no damage, because you probably aren't doing any damage. It would be fine if the chin is broken, but the point is it doesn't break for a while. Unless you've got some really aggressive hunters trying to break it. I'm on a mission. I've got a Bullfango to dispatch. Damn it. Yeah, so when he does the long charge, he has a very tight turn. He doesn't turn that tightly when he's doing the regular charge. So you can tell that he's not going to do it there because he didn't actually turn really hard. Didn't want that on the face or the head, but I'll take what I can get. Better that than missing, technically. Whatever. It is so fucking bright. I'm surprised that I managed to duck under the tail like that. Oh, whoops. I have Ice Blight and almost no stamina. That is definitely a thing. I guess I'll consume a Nullberry. I've got plenty. They're not so precious to me that I'm not going to use one in a situation like this. Oh, going for a capture? I can get behind that. Literally. Alright. Nice clean capture. I'm going to have to make a decision as to whether or not I try a different room if that guy we left behind is still AFK. I don't know what I'm going to do yet. I'll see how we go. What do, you know? Bad hair day. Quest complete. I'm quite content to just do Macaroni's quests, to be honest. I wouldn't mind that. Alright, let's see what the situation is with credit. Or credits, sorry. He hasn't moved at all. Hopefully nothing's happened to him that... well, you know what I mean. I'm gonna give another room a try. It's very dangerous to do this, but... oh, 26 people online, I should be alright. What have we got? A bunch of people sitting in rooms by themselves is what we've got here. And some dick with a passworded room. Some absolute waste of space. Nuggy turns with Sir Nugget. Okay. I'm assuming that I've pronounced that correctly. Nuggy. Nug G? Maybe it's Nug G. I don't know. What a dysfunctional name for a room. Sir Nugget. Hey, how's it going? That is the extent to my communication with him. I think. He's probably taking a shit. Well, it doesn't take 20 minutes to take a shit, man. Unless there's something considerably wrong with yourself. Feel free to post. You're hunter rank 138. Don't you have anything to do? Come on, man. I had so much to do at 138. Feel free to post. About 2 pink Raytheon. Look, if it takes 20 minutes to take a shit, reassess your diet before it's too late. Because you're gonna have a fucking shit life once you start hitting 40 and 50. Like a really shit life. Alright, sure, gun lance and whatever dragon gun lance I feel like using, which will be the silver rook. Wherever that might be. World's Demise is what it's called in this game. I'm quite fine with that. Hello, Divioni. Hope you'll forgive me if I say that I don't remember who you are, but welcome back, I guess. You've either undergone a name change, or I just don't remember your name. Alright. I really was hoping to maybe get another person, but... if I have to two-man with Sir Nugget, then so be it. It technically would have been better for me to stay in that room with the guy taking a massive dump, but... sometimes you just hope for greener grass on the other side, and I don't think that's what's happening. Oh. You've gone from just a Souls player to a name that I can't pronounce, so I thank you for that. I guess we'll depart with 2. Sure. What is your setup? I can only assume that's fully upgraded. Thankfully, it's fully upgraded. Now, look, if you're at a hunt rank... if you are at hunt rank 138, and you're going into hunts with slime weapons, in my opinion, you've got a lot to do. You've got a lot to work on with your character. And yet he says to me that I can post whatever I want. I'm almost hunt rank 500, so... I don't really know what to tell this person. Everyone plays Monster Hunter differently, I suppose. I will go and join Sir Nugget. I don't really need to paintball the other Raytheon because I'll just be able to Psycho Serum once we're ready. Are you kidding me? I knew I wasn't going to be able to shield in time, that's why I didn't do anything else. I stopped dead in my tracks in the hopes that I would be able to recover fast enough to shield, but that did not happen at all. Things did not transpire in that way. And I'm filled with regret. I was about to apologize to Sir Nugget, but as it so happens, the head of the Raytheon managed to sponge the entirety of that wyvern fire. Which I'm happy to see. Don't you fuck it. I absolutely hate Pink Raytheon. When I first played this particular game, I absolutely despised Pink Raytheon. Absolute garbage monster. Constantly tail flipping. Terrible experience. Had a feeling that I wanted to do a shell there. There's nothing wrong with shelling, it makes sense to do it when you've got artillery expert. I feel like you are moving way too much. It's very awkward when you're like me and you've got a gun lance that doesn't move all that much and you've got this monster that won't stand still. Now she's standing still. Well, lying still in this case. Recovered in time. Oh, very good. Sadly, I haven't reloaded my gun lance, but It is what it is. I think my Wyvern Fire has recharged. Well, my Wyvern Fire capabilities. Depends on how you want to phrase it. See, I'm in this dilemma where I can't actually commit to a full combo. This monster keeps moving. Which I suppose makes for a good hunt. But still. Oh, we've got a pitfall trap down, I didn't even realise. Well, my desire for a full combo is about to be realised. We'll do that heavy shot, and then we're going to go ahead with a Wyvern Fire, hopefully, before she can get out of the trap. Very good. I have played all of the Monster Hunter games, yes. I have sat down and played every single mainline Monster Hunter game. The only game that I feel that I haven't played enough of is Monster Hunter 2. I would like to play more of that game. I actually enjoy PS2 Monster Hunter these days. I do intend to do a live stream playthrough of the original Monster Hunter on my PlayStation 2. But I don't know when I'll get around to doing that. At the moment I can't really record older consoles with my current setup. I need to get my old TV set up as well as my current one. Because technically I'm not using a television right now, I'm using a large monitor. And this large monitor cannot handle source video that is lower than 720p. Or at least something like that. So it can't actually receive video from, say, a PlayStation 2. Unfortunate as it is. The reason why I had to get this particular monitor to use as a replacement was so that I could actually send PC video to this display. I couldn't do it with my old television because my old television was a strange resolution and it doesn't work with my PC at all. It works, it displays the picture, but it's fucked. It's really quite fucked. So yeah. There you go. I don't think I have much space for pink Wraithian materials. But I'm carving anyway. You got paintballed in the face, love. Oh. Took a bit of a hit there, didn't you? It's very nice of you to present your head to me for this long. You're being entirely cooperative with me. Monsters shouldn't be cooperative, because to cooperate with the hunter is essentially to invite death. Oh, come on, I shielded that garbage. It actually went around my shield. It's fucking ridiculous. Now, I do have a feeling that the cicadas outside are managing to reach the microphone, so I will change my audio settings in a moment to ensure that that's cut out. I don't need that sort of background noise. I think Wyvern Fire has recharged. You know, one of the few things that I like, honestly, when it... No, actually, I'm not going to discuss it. Ignore what I just said. Pretend I never said anything. I really shouldn't be sharpening right now. What a terrible decision I just made. That's gonna kill me. Oh no. I got hit by the bite instead of the fire. So that worked very nicely. Thank you, Raytheon, for biting me in that way. Didn't think I'd ever say that. Thank you, Raytheon, for biting me in that way. That is a sentence that I never thought would escape my lips. But it sure fucking did. Yeah, I'm quite assured of the fact that the cicada background noise is audible at this stage, so I'll do something about it. That ended up hitting the wing, not quite what I wanted. Are you kidding me? Well, that's quite fine. I just need to, if you can forgive me, make a change to my subtractive EQ. Because right now it's a little bit fucked. How's that? Oh yeah, that's good. Okay. Starting to lose a bit of light here. More than a bit. Losing a lot of light. But it'll come back. It'll come back. Eventually. Yeah, Gunlance, not a fun weapon type to use if you're hunting with less people. Or even solo. I'm sure some people use Gunlance solo. I can't think of a more miserable fucking experience myself, but if that's what you're into, then go for it. The best solo weapon types are the ones that are high mobility. Weapons that allow you to constantly... Oh my god, what were you thinking when you did that? Oh, he apologized for it. Well, good on you. You're a real hunter. I don't know why you're incorporating upswings into your combo, though. That seems kind of strange, unless he's trying to break one of the wings. But even then, I don't think that's helpful. No, both wings are broken. Remember when I said that light would return? This is what I mean. You have to organize the recording so that it's passable when it's really dark and also when it's really bright. So that's basically what I'm dealing with right now. Oh. She's tricking me. Good night. A delayed death is what that was. And we just got a person joining. Christoph. Bit better than Macaroni. I had nothing against Macaroni personally. It's just that his name was Macaroni, so I had a problem with it. I had a problem with the name, not the person to whom the name belonged. But you know, I'm sure they'd take it personally. I'm sure they would. I'm killing and carving Roggy. That is what I've come to. I hope Christoph is prepared to wait He's not going to have to wait at all, but he might not realise that we're done with the quest, so I do hope that he intends to wait. Alright. That apparently was a larger gold crown large than my previous one. Which is profoundly enthralling. I'll have to sell those shards. And that avian stout bone. Do not need another stack of that. I probably ended up recently selling the extra stack of avian stout bones that I had. I'm not interested in your guild card, but once again, I'm happy to send to all of you. That would be quite fine. Thank you, says Sir Nugget. I really do hope that you've got something to do, Sir Nugget. I've said this, but at Huntering 135, there's a lot to do. A lot to do. He wouldn't even have scratched the surface of what there is to do in the game. He's saying we could do turns, so Christoph is next. Why is he so allergic to posting his own hunts? I realise that everyone plays the game differently, but I'd say this is playing the game incorrectly. The best way to enjoy Monster Hunter is to have more options in terms of armor and weapons, to keep the game interesting. That is why at Hunter Rank 135 you should have a lot to do, because you'd be working on different weapons and armor. But I guess some people don't enjoy doing that. They'd rather not make weapons and armor. They find that to be tiresome. And so they would rather just fight the monsters with the same weapons the whole time. If that's what they find fun, then who am I to judge? But I think it's a foregone conclusion that they will, at some point, become really sick of the game and just move on. Hello. Interesting set. It's not a very good one, but A for effort. Definitely A for effort. I didn't mean it sarcastically, incidentally. What is his hunt rank? 178. Ring of the Silver Soul. Very well. Oh. I mean, if I was so inclined, I would have a conversation with Sir Nugget about what his objectives are in the game, but I don't really feel like doing that. Water Lance. Do I have any decent options for that? I'm not very impressed with this. I'd need Sharpness +1 with Esmeralda's Tide. It's not very good, is it? Blue Sharpness in a G-rank game. It's got a lot of blue sharpness, but I don't think this would be appropriate for this monster. So I guess Thunder is the way to go in this case. Very well. Why is he saying sorry? Christoph said sorry about something. I'm always happy to be using the Nether Terracontia. Seems that Sir Nugget does have a thunder weapon, which is good. Although the Demon Bind and the Cedeus Switch Axe would also be good choices, as opposed to Esmeralda's Tide, which I wouldn't be using. I say it every time I see it, but god, the Demon Bind's textures are garbage in this game. They looked better in Portable Third, and that's saying a lot. In this game it just looks like a mess. That's one of the failings of this game, the textures. Let's see how we go. I do like that they brought this location back. I think it was pretty cool that they did that. Oh, fuck. I'm sure we'll hit the monster one day. At some point in time. He says as several hits have been sent onto the monster. I've made contact with the monster. How about we say that in a slightly less retarded way? I don't know why I'm in a lance/gun lance mood today. It's very strange. I fucking love this lance. Like, what a cool design. Come on. It's wild. Just got landed on. There is a temptation to shock trap to keep this guy on the fucking ground. You are such a Silver Rathalos, you really are. This monster was absolute misery in first gen. Would not get out of the air at all. Yeah, whatever. How much damage are you dealing to me? I guess I do have terrible fire res. That would stand to reason, given that I'm using full Glacial Agvactor here. No. Stop it! Yeah, I'll just spend the whole hunt healing, that's fine. I'm quite content to do that. Sir Nugget has the same idea. I almost wish that I brought flash bombs. You're not hitting anything, man. There's no one there. Trying to get the wings, but I can't really get them. I hope I'm hitting them there. You saw what happened. I countered his leg moving forward, and then found myself flinched by the roar. Because I'd already performed a counter. Stupid. Absolutely stupid. Nicely done, and I've got a wing opportunity, which I'm very happy to see. I would aim for the head, given that the head being broken is good for rare drops, but at this stage I'd rather go for damage. I'd much rather that. Just couldn't counter in time. I wanted that second thrust. Around the world. An attack that he should not have retained past 2nd gen. So stupid. He doesn't do it all that often, admittedly. But when he does it, oh man. What's good about 3rd gen is that he doesn't end up sending himself out of the map and then needing to adjust himself. Which is refreshing. Are those bombs over there? No, I thought I saw bombs. It was actually Sir Nugget running around. I mistook him for bombs. Somehow. Oh, I thought I'd be stunned. I was not stunned. It's a bit of a waste to stand behind this trap because it's not actually going to be effective for all that long. There's nothing more annoying to me than a person who puts down a trap then doesn't commit to it. But admittedly, Sir Nugget came back pretty quickly, so that's all right. Don't... Are you kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me, man? Regular barrel bomb large. Not even barrel bomb large plus. I'm just glad that I got away from them. If I happened to be attacking near Sir Nugget, that would have been just an absolute insult. That's what that would have been. A complete joke and an insult. There goes the tail, fortunately. I don't think it needs to be said why you shouldn't place bombs when a monster's in a trap. You can place them before they get into the trap, because then people know to keep away from the bombs, allow them to detonate, and then go in for the attack. But placing bombs during a trap? Absolutely abysmal idea. Just the epitome of awful strategy. Just so happened that it wasn't a major detriment to the team this time around. Possibly helped by the fact that the bombs were smaller than your Barrel Bomb L+. But in turn, that just made the strategy all the more pointless. I think we're doing alright, to be honest. I should have taken greater care to not line up with Kristoff after that. You know, if I'm not going to support him with the life powder, the least thing I can do is not line up with the guy. And he's trying to get away. Well, I understand what caused his death there. There's only so much you can do. It was a very targeted and difficult to avoid attack given the circumstances, so it was forgivable. Oh, look who's tired. This is when you want to actually save the second shock trap if you don't have pitfalls. Get him in a shock. I will actually go for the capture. He's going to flinch me with me. Okay. I don't think he's capturable personally. Fucking shit. This is not going to work. If he doesn't get in this trap, before recovering from his exhaustion, I'm gonna get really annoyed. Please attack. Don't just not attack. Very good. So even with an exhaustion, that third trap did shit. Which is unfortunate, but whatever. Kristoff just took that in the face. You are such a dick! Oh my god. To take the wing opportunity when it presents itself. No. Get away from me. Just got another person named Spirosa. Rathalos immediately lost interest. Not this crap again! Oh my god. We've hit the 10-minute mark. My hope is that we're not too far away from a dead Silver Rathalos. I knew that was going to hit me. And I think the team's doing alright given the circumstances. I think we're all playing reasonably well. Please, you could have fucking attacked any part of the monster and you get in there with me to attack the legs and immediately flinch me. You fucker. Little bastard. He literally just snuggles in between the fucking asshole and back leg of the monster where I am just to fucking flinch me. Dick. Fucking switch axe players, man. Haven't got a clue. Ugh. I'm not in need of a conflagrant sack. Quite frankly, I'm not in need of any of this. I'll at the very least get rid of the conflagrant sack because I know that I've got a stack of those. I think we've got large old dragon bones here. Oh, just dragon bones. I think you used to get decayed scales there, back in the older games. Possibly. You didn't get Elder Dragon Bones. I got a ruby. Wrath Gleam. I got a lash in the rewards instead of from the actual tail, which is ironic. May as well take that. That's a pretty good final shot. Look at that. It's like a light shining down from the heavens. What is that? I guess it's the impact, but it's so close to me rather than the monster that it just looks weird. Look at that. That's bizarre. Whatever. I hope it's not too bright. If it is, then I apologize, I guess. I'll probably bring a bow gun for the next hunt. Haven't been gunning enough, have I? Again, I don't know what's happened, I just haven't been gunning all that much in recent months. I've grown sick of it. Or something. So, Spirosa's turn will come next. Will be my last, says Christoph. No problem at all. Are we going to let him know that he's going to post? I'm leaving the ball in your court, Nugget. It is your room. Spirosa doesn't realise that he's able to post right now. Spirosa passes. Let's see if Nugget wants to post anything. Does he actually have anything to hunt? So, Spirosa passes his turn. Oh, okay. We're doing Abyssal Laggy, apparently. I'm not impressed to see that, but you know what? It coincides rather appropriately with the fact that I said I was going to use a gun next. Because my typical loadout for Abyssal is Dragon Light Bowgun. So that's fine. Spirosa has status Light Bowgun at the moment. Making sure that I've got the correct combination materials here. I sure do. I will ensure that I have flaming shots as well. I don't remember the last time I did an Abyssal hunt where I needed all of my dragon and all of my flaming to kill the thing. It should be dead before we get to that point. I'm really hoping. God, it's getting blindingly bright outside. Okay. Drop that back. Should be a little bit better, I'm hoping. Oh, I've got the skyscraper. Haven't seen someone use that in this game in a long time. Honestly, I don't think I've really seen anyone use the skyscraper in this game. I saw it quite a lot in Try, but yeah, not in this game. God, it looks so bad. Look at the textures on it. It's just pixelated shit. Now, I can state categorically that that lance looked a lot better in Portable Third. Obviously, Try looked a whole lot better because of the high-resolution textures, but fuck off. Oh, it looks a little bit better from this side. Looks really bad from the other side, with the light shining on it. Nice set. I feel a whole lot better about that loadout than your previous one. I don't know if you guys remember the situation, but I used to have this set as a set exclusively for Dragon Light Bowgun, and then I had a separate set for Light Bowgun Rapid Fire Element. And then I came to this realization that for Rapid Fire Elemental Light Bowgun, this set was better than the other one I was using, so I just got rid of that other one, started using this for all elements. Because this set is not weapon dependent. This particular weapon has no slots. So yeah, if it were a weapon dependent set, I wouldn't have been able to do that. But fortunately it wasn't, so... there you go. I just got rid of that old set that I was using. I think the old set that I was using was full Elatrion. It had very similar skills, but it just wasn't as good because it had like Blightproof, which I didn't need, and Evade Extender. It was, from memory, Element Attacker, Blightproof, Evade Extender, Bonus Shot. Which, compared to this... oh, it also had Peak Performance. I don't know, it just wasn't as good as this, I don't think. Does that sound right? Pretty sure it had all of those skills. I don't know, I think this is more appropriate. This set just seems to... no, it didn't have Bonus Shot. It had Peak Performance, Blightproof, Evade Extender, Element Attacker. There was no Bonus Shot. So... yeah, this is more appropriate. Without a doubt. Are you really going to use status? Go for it, man. Can't remember the... I don't think I've ever seen someone run status Light Bowgun for an Abyssal Laggy, but sure. Something new. In theory, we'll get through this very quickly. Because if Spirosa can sort of lock down the monster, myself and whatever that other guy's name is, the other one with the Illuminator, we're going to be pumping out the damage. I'll keep myself in peak performance for fairly obvious reasons. And hopefully this thing will be dead very quickly. I don't think we're going to get a tail cut, which would be ideal for getting dynamos, but that's fine. Unless Nugget goes real hard and focuses exclusively on the tail with his lance. It's probable he might be able to have some success with that. We'll see. Now, obviously, you would ideally be aiming for the back spikes, the shell shocker, whatever you want to call it. Like so. Perfect. Lovely. Don't know where the other dragon gunning guy is, but... these paralyses will help a lot. We've got the monster poisoned. By whom, I'm not sure. I suppose that would be Spirosa. I don't know if that would be worth it in this game. Like, in 3rd gen, poison is not as damaging as the earlier games, but I guess it would do something. Sleep. Oh, Nugget's gonna kill him, yeah. Well, not kill him, I mean continue attacking. Nugget wasn't gonna notice that. He didn't really have the vantage point to be able to see what the monster was doing. If I were at his vantage point, I still would have stopped, because I would have noticed the monster was doing something a bit strange. A long time ago I had it instilled within me that if the monster is doing something unusual, stop attacking, observe, and if it's asleep, just remain in a state of inertia, and if the monster is not sleeping, return to attacking. I've got a right-leaning deviation. I have right-leaning deviation on this gun, so that was a bit off target. There's the back sparks. Provided I can get all of my ammunition out in regards to Dragon with peak performance in effect, and Christoph can do the same, I think this monster will be almost dead. No, Christoph has managed to get all of his Dragon out already, which is weird, because he's shooting fire now. Fine. Oh shit. Trying to roll through it. There's still one more dynamo that I need from this monster. I don't need it at all, actually. It's a very low priority sort of thing, but I guess it gives me the comfort of knowing that I'm not actually wasting my time fighting this monster. The dynamo that I need is for the heavy bowgun. A heavy bowgun that I'll probably never fucking use, but at least I'll have it. It's, I think, the ideal one for pellet gunning. Now, pellet heavy bowgun? No. Not something I'm going to be using. But it's there. Or will be there once I get that remaining dynamo. I need to return to peak performance. I'm surprised this thing's not fucking dead. I guess at the end of the day we've only got 3 damage dealers, but you know. I haven't actually seen so much benefit from the paralysis, because at the end of the day, 2 people running Dragon light bowgun usually keep the monster locked down anyway from all the flinching and the knockdowns. So, paralysis on top of that really doesn't assist all that much. If we had paralysis during the fire shooting stage of our strategy, that would probably help a whole lot more. You know, we're not reaping the benefits of the constant flinching when the monster's paralyzed anyway. So quite frankly, we're really just dealing with less damage being dealt. I would actually say that in this circumstance, that guy running paralysis, totally unhelpful. And it doesn't last all that long either, with this particular monster. So yeah, not helpful. That is the conclusion that I've drawn from the scenario. We have to fucking kill this thing before I need air, surely. I might have air in my inventory, I don't know. Do I? No. I used to, but no longer. Oh, fuck. Well, I suppose that's one positive aspect to having the hunt drag on in this way. Nugget single-handedly got that tail off, which I laud him for. I wouldn't have the commitment to do that myself with a fucking lance, no way. That would be so annoying to do that I just wouldn't bother. Underwater combat, tail moving around all over the place, no. No thank you. Oh whoops, I'm not in peak performance. Hello Ron Money. I need air. Where are the nearest bubbles? Think over this way. I really was expecting to kill this thing before I needed air, but... oh, shut up. still not in peak performance. Keep forgetting to do that. Oh, another sleep nugget. Have you noticed it? Okay. What are we going to bomb? The head? That would make sense, wouldn't it? I'll place bombs wherever Spiros places them. Whoops, that's a bit too high. Fucking trying to position myself. Fucking shit, there's an invisible wall. Whatever. Please don't shoot it directly. What are you gonna do? Oh, fuck! What a waste of time. Well, I guess we still dealt damage with the bombs, it's just we didn't get a good wake up, so... That sucked. I'm not too happy with how that turned out. I can't believe this hunt has dragged on for as long as it has. I actually can't believe it. I strongly believe that Christoph and I were dealing enough damage to have this thing killed by now. Really. I'm kind of shocked and disgusted. Laggy really is the bane of my peak performance when he slaps me like that. So bright. Hurts my eyes. Okay, so we're getting a limp, but I'd like a dead monster, not a limp. Yeah, I definitely think that if the paralysis had been held off until we got past the dragon shooting stage, that would have been so much more appropriate. Because again, the monster would be stuck in one place for most of that period of shooting anyway. Sorry, Christoph. How are you still alive? Like, what in the name of fuck is going on? This is ridiculous. He's about to die now, but still. I feel like he's taken way too much of a hit. Well, whatever. I suppose it could have been worse, but... Where's that tail? There it is. The great thing about this tail is that it's a double carve. You've got a better chance to carve a dynamo from the tail than you have from the body, and it's also a double carve, so that's great. It's dead, finally, says Sir Nugget. Yes, indeed. I don't know how we managed to hit the 10-minute mark, but we did. With 2 people shooting Dragon Light Bowgun. Quite frankly, very difficult to understand. Hello, Abramentho. I think it's perfectly appropriate to... Oh, I was going to delete, or discard rather, the abyssal stuff that I had carved, but ran out of time. Alright, we'll probably do 2 more hunts, that would be my guess. Citra? No. To start with, Citra looks absolutely nothing like this. Citra is used to emulate the 3DS version. The 3DS version looks like a fucking cartoon compared to this. Furthermore, yeah, no. Definitely not Citra. This is the game on Wii U. Where the hell's the abyssal stuff here? Didn't get a chance to say goodbye to Christoph before he departed. Well, goodbye to him. I don't want Nugget to go and post Abyssal again. I'm glad that he has some sort of objective in the damn game at Hunter rank 135, but I don't want to do more of that monster. I've done enough. Let's see how many I've done. Abyssal Laggy. 112. That's a lot, you know. For that fight, yeah. 112. I think I've done my time. Silver visited the board. At Hunter rank 2. Great. I'm guessing there's nothing in the room info that says G rank. Oh, I understand the... Oh, I get it now. I read it as Nuggy Turns. In actual fact, it's Nugget Turns. And he's capitalized the G to say G-rank Turns. I mean, that's actually a pretty smart name. Oh, don't tell me you're gonna play this little fucking game. Don't send a fucking friend request. This guy is running to the quest giver to post his own thing. You ignorant cunt. Thank you for the resub, Arexion. Make a room, man. This sort of behavior is not to be rewarded. This is G turns. Well, admittedly, Nugget, I didn't notice that myself in the room information. It's actually quite obvious now that I see it. Oh, really? This guy is, dropping some knowledge bombs on the chat. I'm HR2. I think we established that much. The lighting is so fucking impossible to deal with right now that I'm gonna have to make another adjustment. Shit. I hope this hasn't been happening where my fucking body is phasing out of existence. Because I've just noticed that now. I hope that's not something that's been happening in this recording. I bet it has been too. Oh, did he depart on it? I didn't actually see. He might have done so. I don't know. It's my turn, apparently. Okay. What would I like to post? Well, let's find out. It depends on what we've got here. How about the 2 Giganoxes? The best thing to do is to tell people what you're going to do before you... I just don't want to... My keyboard's down there, I don't want to pick it up and fucking mess around with it. So I'm just going to be really inconsiderate. What's a fun sword and shield? How about... Brachydio sword and shield? For something a little bit different to usual. Again, I apologize for not telling you what I'm intending to post so that we can both, well, in this case, all three of us, ready up at the same time. Also, hello, N10. I got a gourmet voucher. Honestly, I'll have this be my last hunt. I said I'd do 2 more, but there's been a bit of downtime here, so I'll have this be the last. I've got stuff to do today. Looks like Spirosa is still going status, just a different sort of status. Kind of a fucking weird choice. We're fighting Baleful Gignox, man. Are you crazy? Why would you... Why? I can only assume that Baleful Gignox is almost entirely resistant to paralysis. I have to check after that. I mean, it would logically stand that a paralysis monster would be resistant to paralysis, but I have to check. I mean, that's some loopy behavior. We're going to check to see what the resistances are for paralysis with Baleful. Ailment. He's not entirely resistant to it. Oh, he's got a very high maximum tolerance, but well, actually, yeah, it's... Look, he's not defaultly super resistant to paralysis, but as far as the diminishing returns, they're pretty high. So, not a terrible choice. Surprisingly, not a terrible choice. So, it still wouldn't cross my mind to use paralysis weapons on a paralysis monster. That's weird. I do like the look of this sword. Almost looks like it's almost insectoid. Oh, I thought you were going to continue running. You did not continue doing that. Oh, that's right. Ugh. Need high-grade earplugs with Gignox. Not that I have a high-grade earplugs version of this set, but sadly, the Rocksteady skill is not going to be all that helpful. Don't really know what Spirosa's doing. What's he up to over there? He's carefully planning his next move. Oh, I understand the logic of what he was doing. He didn't want to start attacking immediately, in case the monster would get paralyzed without all damage dealers being present. Just wasn't immediately understanding the strategy because so many people don't even bother to do that. I do, but almost no one else does. People just mindlessly attack with no sense of strategy or thought put behind it. Oh god. I'm getting attacked by a springy slinky of an asshole. That's something I haven't seen in a while, a slinky. I miss slinkies. Back when times were simpler. And dropping a slinky down the stairs was one way to enjoy your day. That was once you were finished with your game of cards and your yo-yo and your quoits and your all those things we used to do. I unironically have like 40 slinkies at my store, and I hate them because they don't sell. Well, I don't know who the fuck would want a slinky in 2022. Precisely no one would be the answer to that. Come on. I keep getting paralyzed by this paralysis monster. Can you eat a giant cock? It's just it's a request and a general query. This is very annoying. I would like to see you die very soon, because you have bothered me today, Giganauts. Specifically this baleful one. Oh my god. Well, I'm not one to start new runs myself, but I hope you enjoy yourself. I didn't intend to continue attacking. That was not a strategy that I was employing. It was just, you know, a mispress of the controller. Or of the buttons on the controller. And that is what we could say in regards to that. Good bounce bomb attempt. I'll never forget the day a guy dropped bounce bombs, not knowing what they were, when I was doing a Latreon sleep bombing, and I told everyone to bring bombs, and he brought bounce bombs and dropped one at the head of the Latreon, detonating it, and hitting, like, all of us. That was a special moment. That was a number of years ago now, but it's not the sort of thing you forget. I've got a Nightmarish Maw, but I think that's the... Oh no, it is... That is a G-rank drop. What was it called? Fearsome Maw in Try was the rare. I think. Nightmarish and fearsome would be synonymous with one another. Not perfect synonyms, but yeah. These things are so cute. Look at him wriggling so, I don't really know if we would say joyfully, I suppose enthusiastically. Oh. See, I tried to position myself for a shield, but it just didn't work out. I don't know how to describe it any other way. It just didn't work out. This guy is really into his bounce bombs. I do think they automatically target monsters if a monster is in the vicinity. Heat-seeking bounce bombs. There you go. Well, I fucking hope not, N10. If it is, then I've got a few choice words to say. No? He asks the question because, someone recently joined the room at Hunter Rank 2, ran to the quest giver immediately, posting his own quest, with no regard for what we were doing in the room. And we were doing G-Rank turns, and obviously he's posting Hunter Rank 2 quests. So that was a bit stupid. And supposedly, although I didn't see it, he did depart on it solo before being kicked from the room. So... yeah. I would like to sharpen up, but I also would like to continue attacking this monster. Alright, I'll sharpen now. Hopefully I'm out of range of that. I am. The range of the paralysis version of that is a whole lot greater. Of course, referring to the baleful Giganox. I did press the button to dive. I am assured of that fact. But apparently that wasn't good enough. Good work, team. Bombs. And a trap. Now, you're experienced enough to know that you waited way too fucking long to do that. You're experienced enough. Poop, he says, yes. That is how I would describe your strategy implementation. Alright. So I think... well, that area. I'm always happy to find a Giganox over there. It's a little bit different from the norm. See, I just love the freedom that one has with the Sword and Shield to reposition. Well, I couldn't really shield that in time. That came way too soon, and unexpectedly. What is Spirosa doing? I think he's a bit lost. He's in a state of delirium after his very poorly timed trap and bombs. I actually intended to do a regular roll there, but you never know, might not have timed it correctly. Fucking gross how he lays an egg on his back. And then little giggies start climbing out of it. I mean, that's fucking foul. Yeah. I'm always happy to destroy that. The less I have to look at it, the better. He only does it in this game. Doesn't do it in any other game. Because it's a G-rank thing. And this is the only game where you can find a G-rank Giganox. One of the better designed monsters of the game exists only here, in 3rd gen. Which is fine. I like that. It means I've got more to return to when I want to play this game. Foul Venom Land. Revolting peel. Take it easy. There's no need to be so insulting to the poor leech dragon thing. It's definitely a bit of a mixture of many different animals, honestly. Interesting. And also kind of gross. Is that a shiny that was... No, maybe not. Or maybe there was one, but it's now disappeared, or something. Quest complete. Fucking hair. I've had such a bad hair day today. Hunter rank 475. I feel like I'm going up the hunter rank so slowly. The reality is that I am, but furthermore I'm not playing all that often, so... Even though a number of months have passed since I probably hit 470, I'm still only at 475. God, that set looks cool. I mean, really. Skills, I probably... Oh no, that is a functionally good set for a switch axe. But, yeah, I don't know, not really what I would make. Looks very cool, though. There's another high-ranked person, or low-ranked person. Didn't really see, but anyway. Abyssal Laggy, visually, very cool. I do thank you all for watching. I'll see you next time I'm playing Monster Hunter or something else. The something else in this case would probably be Dark Souls. I might do another recording today of Dark Souls, we will see. I didn't do a recording yesterday, so I definitely want to at least do another one today. If I don't end up doing that, then whatever. I guess I'll just be betraying my own desires. But I do thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye for now.